Evil Dead Burn. Yes. I was looking forward to this, man. I've become a fan of the Evil Dead franchise coming off the 2013 one. Um, Sorry, Evil Dead hardcore fans out there. No, I have not sit down and watched the original Evil Dead movies as far as the first one, the Ash ones. As far as with Bruce Campbell, I think that's his name. I haven't watched the full first one, the second one, or Army of the Dead or some shit like that, or whatever. I haven't watched the original ones. My introduction to Evil Dead was definitely 2013. I've always seen clips of the original Evil Dead or whatever, but I've never sit down and watched the original films. Me, my personal opinion, I kind of like the more serious tone than they do with the other ones. Well, I know Sam Raimi's versions are a little bit more campier, goofier, and more unserious. I actually like these. With that being said, I lean more into the Fred Alvarez version as far as 2013 because I felt like they were able to do a combination of certain things when it came to the gore, of course, the scares, just the overall presence that he brought, and it had some little, it had sprinkles of goofiness in it that worked for me. I wasn't a big fan of Evil Dead Rise. I did not like that one as much. I didn't even really blend with the characters as much. I didn't feel like I had anything I cared about as much as far as characters to root for like I did with the 2013 as far as the dynamic of the brother and sisters and what they had going on, even with some of the friends outside of the goofy ass motherfucker with the glasses who read the book. And that's probably my issue with a lot of these Evil Dead movies, even the new one, when it comes to just the premise and them going with the reason behind reading the damn book. You'll see a book like this that look like somebody is making it clear to leave this shit alone, taped up in barbed wire, whatever it is. And then when you see this devil worshiping shit, all of these demon types, and that makes you curious. That makes you want to read some shit like that. No. With all that being said, Evil Dead Burn, it's whole thing to me. These are like going to be the new versions of Saw movies, like as far as the torture porn shit. Because to me, this is what these movies are about now. It's about how much damage can they do to the human body and how uncomfortable they can make you as an audience member watching this shit. Because you did your job right there. Like, I think the movie that fucked me up was the meanest, especially this year, was that Mummy shit where they wanted to make an Evil Dead movie, but he made a Mummy movie. This one damn sure is the mean isn't it? It's mean spirit, it's hatred towards people in general. Like, this shit wants to go farther as it can to do some bodily harm, all type of shit. Like, I'm sitting there turning, like, the job it does to make you want to turn away, like, oh, nah, that's it. The movie definitely makes me think of Demon Knight, Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. And I don't know if y'all know, and Demon Knight might have even took cues from the original Evil Dead movies. Demon Knight came out in the 90s. It had Jada Pinkett in it, and I forgot my blue name, but he was a really good villain there with the cowboy hat on. But as far as the way they go about possessions in this one, it definitely made me really think about Demon Knight. And if you haven't checked out Demon Knight, definitely check it out. It's a cult classic in my opinion. Very good one, and a very good final girl in my opinion as far as black person living. Spoiler, but when it comes to Evil Dead Burn, the trailers give a lot away. The trailers gave a lot of shit away because you start calling shit right before it happens. You know who's going to die and who's not, and I feel like we've gotten into this thing, especially with the Evil Dead movies, where it's like, oh, y'all must not like niggas, or y'all must like me. I guess. And I'm not saying we have to have, and I'm not trying to give nothing away. I'm not saying who's gonna be the final person at the end, but I mean, goddamn. Once again, if you watch the trailer, it kind of gives that shit away. Like, it's a whole one take scene in this movie where it's like, oh, y'all, that maybe should have been saved for the movie. Y'all might even should have cut some of that scene because that scene is a very effective scene, but it's like, damn, I seen that whole scene in the trailer. A thing I would say about this movie, it has some very good action set pieces that I was surprised about. I'm talking about like raid type shit, the raid, even a little John Wick as far as the fighting style, because they get some moments where it's like these one takes action set pieces. I'm talking about straight up action set pieces where the camera movement is very, very good and effective. That's one thing I'm gonna get a movie credit for. It's some points in here where you're like, oh shit, like the way they moving the camera and the dead bites and the way they maneuvering, carrying people. The father in this movie And I mean, the family overall to me is off, and that's another thing as far as me getting attached to characters. It made it hard for me to care and be like, damn, who I'm supposed to be sympathizing with? And they do give you somebody to sympathize with because the movie has a message. It does. I ain't gonna say it's woke, but it's a message being that the person that it's a person here that dies at the very beginning. They ain't a good person at all. Ain't a good person at all. So when it comes to the family, though, it is one person. I would say the youngest son, Joseph. He cool, but he pisses you off so many times in the movie where it's moments where it's like, do something, nigga. It's moments in here where this movie is that yelling shit at the screen. And it's not where run. It's like, shoot, stab, do something. And it's like, it's a moment where he finally does some shit and it's like, cool. But man, he gets fucked. I don't want to give that away. But it's a character here who just get relentlessly fucked up. And all you hear is this nigga yelling. Yeah, he just getting tore up. And it's like, you had moments where and I ain't even gonna say it would have worked, but you still had moments where you could have maybe even saved somebody. Possibly, maybe. But overall, though, this movie is about hurting you as an audience member by looking at it. Ain't even that you care about the characters getting hurt. It's just the shit that's happening to them where it's like, damn. And if you a dog lover, I'm telling you, John Wick would have went ham in this shit if he would have seen what happened to a dog in this movie. Once again, I don't feel like I'm giving nothing away. You see the trailers and yeah. But these last two have not been as strong as 2013. I don't give a fuck how far you go with the violence. It's just, to me, especially with the characters, I don't feel like it just has not been as strong. The Dead Bites have been stronger though. These niggas is on some different type of timing with how they move and their powers and shit like that. It is a connection to previous movies. I won't say what movies or whatever, but it is a connection, and even some post-credit scenes that is a little confusing, especially I would say the last post-credit scene is confusing. It's a mid-credit scene that's like, okay, basically sequel setup somewhat, but the post-credit scene, I was like, what? Okay, we're gonna see. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about evildeadburn. It was pretty straight. Like I said, I'm kind of curious to see where they can go next. I know we got another one coming out next year, which is set in the 70s, which I guess I'm cool with because I guess this is going to be kind of a setup of how things came about. With it's a mentioning of a character in this new one where I think they're gonna make me have a connection with the 70 movie to set up a lot of the things that we've seen with these movies, even the Ash movies more than likely. But we gonna see, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling as far as evildeadburn though.